Now available in paperback and e-readers, The Temptation of John Haynes. Given to temptation, pick up this action-packed African-American paranormal romance. Get The Temptation of John Haynes in paperback and e-readers today. One of my viewers wanted to know my thoughts on the argument between white Fox Sports host Skip Bayless and his black co-host, former Denver Broncos running back Shannon Sharpe. Now, on the Fox Sports show Undisputed, your Skip Bayless decided to start talking down to his black co-host Shannon Sharpe regarding the poor performance regarding quarterback Baker Mayfield. And as your Skip Bayless went out here and was talking down to Shannon Sharpe in a condescending fashion, he began to go out here and raise his voice. And as he raised his voice at your Shannon Sharpe then spoke back to your Skip Bayless, and the two went into a heated argument. Now, as I see it, what happened to your Shannon Sharpe was basically him reaping what he sowed for the way he spoke against NBA superstar Kyrie Irving. Now, before this heated debate between your Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe, your Shannon Sharpe went out here and was going out here speaking against your Kyrie Irving as related to him going out here and promoting the documentary Hebrews to Negroes. Now, as your Kyrie Irving just posted this link on his social media, which is supposed to be his constitutional right as a U.S. citizen, all of these owners in the NBA and the owner of the Brooklyn Nets decided to go out here and denounce your Kyrie Irving as anti-Semitic. And your Shannon Sharpe was one of the black bootlicks out here going along with all of those voices out here saying that your Kyrie Irving was anti-Semitic. And as they were out here, your Shannon Sharpe was one of the voices saying that your Kyrie Irving needed to go out here and apologize for the anti-Semitism that your NBA owners alleged that he participated in by just posting a link to a documentary, Hebrews to Negroes, which has been on Amazon.com since 2018. Now, your Shannon Sharpe is now just, again, as I see it, reaping what he sowed, and I don't know if he'll ever go out here and connect the dots and understand how the same racists who were out here denouncing your Kyrie Irving are the same racist on his show going out here looking to go out here and believe that they can go out here and talk to him like he was a child. Because your Shannon Sharpe really doesn't understand that the same racists who disrespected Kyrie Irving are the same ones he's working for at Fox Sports. And in the case of himself and Kyrie Irving, they both see both men in the exact same way. This is why your Skip Bayless was able to go out here and talk to him in the way that he did, because he did not see your Shannon Sharpe as a Super Bowl champion player that went out here and has played the game. No, he saw your Shannon Sharpe as just another N-word, and because he saw him as just another N-word, he thought he was beneath him as a white man, and because he thought he was beneath him as a white man, he thought he could go out here and talk to Shannon Sharpe like he would a child. And he thought, oh, if I go out here and I raise my voice, this black male needs to go out here and submit to me and agree with me. And that's what your Shannon Sharpe really doesn't understand as related to how these racists operate in places like the NFL and the NBA, and why it's important for all black people to go out here and stand up, because when they disrespect Kyrie Irving, they are disrespecting Shannon Sharpe, and when they disrespect one black man in the NFL or the NBA, they disrespect all of the black men in the NFL and the NBA. And when we go out here and accept disrespectful treatment, we're going to get more disrespectful treatment. This is why many black people like myself said we had to hold the line and stand with Kyrie Irving because we saw that they were going to try to use Kyrie Irving as a proxy to go out here and buck break black men, because if they could go out here and get Kyrie Irving to go out here and apologize for something that he did not do, because your Kyrie Irving was not anti-Semitic. No, he was just using his constitutional right to free speech and his constitutional right to freedom of expression. That's all he was doing when he posted that link to Hebrews to Negroes. And when they go out here and try to restrict your Kyrie Irving's First Amendment rights, that impacts your Shannon Sharpe's First Amendment rights. And that flies over the head of many bootlicks like your Shannon Sharpe and your Shaquille O'Neal and many others who were out here demanding that Kyrie Irving go out here and apologize for that alleged anti-Semitism that never happened. That flies over their head because they don't really see themselves as being in the same place as other black people. No, these house slaves believe that the things that happen to the field slaves cannot happen to them. And that's the thing that Shannon Sharpe ran right into with your Skip Bayless. And that's why your Skip Bayless was talking real condescending towards your Shannon Sharpe, because he has the same amount of disrespect for Shannon Sharpe that the NBA owners have for Kyrie Irving. And what they want to do is see a black man break down right in front of them. That's what they wanted to see with your Shannon Sharpe. Your Skip Bayless, this is why he got all loud with your Shannon Sharpe, because he wanted to go out here and see a black man break down on camera and go out here and bring his eyes down to the table and then go out here and be submissive and broken towards him. That's what your Skip Bayless wanted to see, and that's possibly the thing that has not dawned on your Shannon Sharpe. They all only want to see broken black men in front of them, groveling and begging for their daily bread. Because that's what they wanted to do with Kyrie Irving, and that's what they want to do with every heterosexual black man like myself. They only want to see black men out here groveling and begging for their daily bread, because these white supremacists in the NFL and the NBA, they get off on the power of seeing a black person being beneath them. And while they may let a black person have one of these jobs, he can only have that job if he sacrifices his intangibles of his manhood, such as his dignity, his self-respect, and his self-worth, because that is the only way they can see you as being a part of their diverse network. No, their diversity is all based on a foundation of white supremacy, and in order for you to be a part of their diversity, that black man cannot have any sort of dignity, self-respect, or any of the intangibles of manhood or masculinity. And that's what your Skip Bayless was talking down to your Shannon Sharpe, who I don't know if he'll ever have the critical thinking skills to go out here and connect the dots to see that your Skip Bayless is just another racist, and he's the same type of racist who wants to go out here and tell someone like Kyrie Irving that they cannot go out here and have their right to freedom of speech and freedom of expression. No, the only way a black man can have his right to freedom of speech, according to a white supremacist, is if he's parroting whatever narrative that the white supremacist wants him to say. And that is the hard lesson that your Shannon Sharpe learned on that show, Undisputed, with Skip Bayless, as your Skip Bayless went out here and disrespected your Shannon Sharpe. That's when your Shannon Sharpe learned the hard way that they saw him as just another N-word, and he's another N-word they can easily get rid of if they go out and he doesn't go out here and toe the party line. Now, if he doesn't go out here and toe the party line, then they see him just the same way they see your see your Kyrie Irving, and again showing no respect for your Shannon Sharpe, because they don't see your Shannon Sharpe as a person. No, they don't see your Shannon Sharpe as anybody they need to go out here and respect. And that's what, again, flies over the head of your Shannon Sharpe. Your Shannon Sharpe was sitting there thinking, oh, I can go out here and buck dance and bojangle, that it's all his fault. But it's not all his fault. No, not at all. It's the problem is that your Shannon Sharpe is out here. He doesn't understand that they just gave him his N-word moment, and as they gave him his N-word moment, they just showed how little respect they have for a black man on these media platforms and these sports organizations. They have no respect for a black man, and because they have no respect for that black man, they go out here and think that they can go out here and mistreat a black man. And again, this is just how they operate. And again, it flies over the head of your bootlicking, bojangling, buck dancing, clownish, Shannon Sharpe, who again was saying, oh, Kyrie Irving needed to apologize. Well, I have to ask a critical question. Shannon Sharpe, do you need to apologize to Skip Bayless? Because the same disrespect that was directed at your Kyrie Irving is the same disrespect being directed at you, but you're the one saying, oh, your Kyrie Irving needs to apologize. No, you don't apologize when somebody disrespects you. No, you take your respect by standing up for yourself as a man, and that's exactly what Kyrie Irving was doing. But when it comes down to your Shannon Sharpe, he doesn't understand why it's important for a man to take his respect, because a man has to go out here and take his respect when somebody is disrespecting him. Because when somebody is disrespecting you, you just don't let it go out here and pass. No, you let them know where the line is, because the same line that your Kyrie Irving was establishing is the same line that needs to be established for Shannon Sharpe. But sadly, the bootlick doesn't understand why we need the line in the first place, because we need the line because the line lets every one of these racists know where they've crossed the line. Because if we don't set the boundaries, nobody will set them for us, and we are the only ones who can go out here and set that standard for ourselves. Because if we don't set that standard and let these racists know, you are not going to disrespect us, you are not going to talk down to us, you are not going to go out here and tell me that I need to apologize, and that you're going to punish me for disagreeing with you as related to my First Amendment constitutional rights that every American citizen can have. You're not going to tell me I can't have my rights. No, this is where a black man has to hold the line as related to those who think that they are above the law, because what they want to do is take your Shannon Sharpe and put him in the same bottom place as Kyrie Irving, and that really is hypocritical in a nation where we're supposed to be all men and all women are equal. I mean, if all men are equal as stated under the Constitution, then a man like a Kyrie Irving has the same rights as a Shannon Sharpe and the same rights as a Skip Bayless, and we all have that right to be respected in this country. And that's what, again, flies over the heads of your bootlicks like your Shaquille O'Neal and many of these other bootlicks. They don't understand how disrespect directed at one black man is disrespect directed at all black men. So I look at this whole situation, and again, it's just your Shannon Sharpe getting his N-word moment and reaping what he sowed. And possibly, hopefully, maybe he'll have the critical thinking skills to understand that when these racists disrespect one of us, they disrespect all of us. And this is why we cannot give these racists a pass, because if we give one racist a pass, we are going to be pushed back to the dark days of Jim Crow. And that's something that these racists want to do, but we cannot let them get away with this. No, we cannot let it happen. And again, guys like Shannon Sharpe don't really see the impact of that racism until they're impacted themselves. Now, this was a video requested by one of my viewers, and if you want to request a video, you can send a donation to the Cash App, like the viewer, for $15 or more. And if I know something about that subject, I will make that video for you. And if you want to pick up some of my men's issues books like Stop Simping in Cyberspace, Stop Simping in the Workplace, The Man Crisis, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, and The Woman Crisis, and learn how to improve yourself as a man and develop the life skills and survival skills to go out here and stand up like a man, you can find all those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find all those books at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback. Those who refuse the gift of eternal life are condemned to wander in the darkness of